today we're going to be working on pots, these pots. And I do have to do some preparations ahead of time because the glue that I put on here takes an hour to dry. And you cannot apply your foils unless you unless the size is dry. Otherwise it'll just pull off everything. Now these are pots that I got from the dollar store. And there are two of them. And when I prepared them this morning, I prepared two of them. I needed to do some preparation. Oh, I missed you too. I missed you so much, Amber. I'm so glad you're back. Now, when I got them like this, they have some roughness to them. After all, these are just $1 pots. And I did have and just sand them down. Because there may be rough spots. We can't expect that much from pots. Now, as you can see, some of it is coming off. You don't have to do the inside. I chose to. Look at this one. This one has a... oh, I'm going to turn you down. What am I talking about? I forgot to do that. Okay, let me turn you down. And let me see. Oh, these are the pots there. Okay, can everyone see? Yeah, you can see my coffee. Okay, so you can see right here. Like there are some bits and pieces, but all you need to do is just sand it down a little bit and clean it. Now you can use a wet paper towel, but you cannot. I'm using a dirty one that I just used. And you have to make sure that the pots are completely dry before you apply anything to them. And the reason for that is these are very porous and you don't want to trap any moisture when you're painting. I just made this a bit wet. Let me just remove the dust as best as I can. And your fingers, I can guarantee you, will be dusty. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. And you can see from the paper, the wet wipe, that there's residue on my hand from the pots. I'm not going to spend too much time on cleaning this one because otherwise we will have to wait until it dries. And I will show you the next steps. Okay, this one is done. We're going to paint it. And that's very easy, but your paint needs to be as smooth as possible. Let me just dip it in water. Not that it needs water because this paint was very thick and is diluted. And you need to apply it as smoothly as possible. I'm just doing the bottom because I'm doing the rim a different color. And today we're going to be using animal prints. Now, if you get some paint on the rim, it's okay, because you're going to be painting it anyway when you finish applying the foils. But you want it to be as smooth as possible. I'm using chalk paint because that's what I have, but you can use anything you want. And just turn it over. I'm just going to go over it just a little bit because I noticed I'm missing some areas. And I typically do 2 coats. Make sure you get under the edge. Hi Betty, how are you, my friend? No, it's not a special paint at all. It's use whatever you have. I did not prime this because it's very porous. And you can see in some areas it's almost dry. I'm going to do the bottom as well. And let me see how this looks after 1 coat. I need a little bit more there. So we're going to do the rim 1 color and the actual pot itself another color. Now let me just set this to dry for a few minutes. I did prepare another one for us, and I did the inside. You need to make sure that when you're doing the inside, if you're going to put a plant in it, seal it. Well, actually, not just inside. Inside and outside needs to be sealed if you're going to put a plant pot in there. And I would use a sealer that holds the water in, that stops the water from leaking out. I just touched up here. Thank you, Betty. Thank you for sharing. I'd just like to ask everyone that's on there to say hello to me, besides Betty and Dolores I saw, and Laura and Amber. And if you can possibly sprinkle it, or what's another word that I can use? Can't remember what words we used to use. Okay, whilst I'm waiting for this to dry, I'm just going to show you. I redid yesterday's project, and let me just turn the light down because it's a little bit bright. Oops, I dropped something. And instead of pouncing, I just used the brush method. And I have to tell you, I took a picture of it before I added the gold, and I loved it. I'm going to post a picture. But the colors with the black, forget the gold, were stunning. They were really, really good. And I wish I could just pull up my images from my computer, from my cell phone, to show you. All right, I'm just going to give it another quick coat. because I've missed some areas. And see, it's not taking that long to dry because it is so porous. And just brush it on as smoothly as you can. I'm still trying to figure out the camera situation down in my studio. I would like to bring you closer, but I'm working on it. Okay, so 2 coats. This is done. I'm just going to put this in water. Put my paint away before I spill it. I did have a cover somewhere. Oh, right there. Oh, the camera. Okay. Should it be lower? Betty, do you think it should be? Thank you so much, Betty. I really appreciate it. And I hate closing these because you never get it straight. Okay, we're not going to waste time on that. Just hopefully it won't drop. One second. All right, now it's almost dry. I'm just going to give it a quick dry with the hairdryer. Looks pretty dry to me. And we're going to apply the adhesive foil. The foil for the adhesive. And I have, okay, and there's my usual container, plate that I use. I use the same plate every time. That helps greatly, Amber. Thank you so much. But don't get into trouble. I don't want you in Facebook jail, please. Okay, so I'm going to put some adhesive in here. Just going to close it up. If your adhesive is thick, as I said before, just squirt it with a little bit of water. 1 to 2%. You don't need that much. And I'm going to apply on here. And again, I'm spreading now that's a bit thick because I had too much on my brush. I didn't need to do it. I put too much. You don't need a lot, but I'm just going to smooth it out. The smoother this is, the smoother your foil application. So I will be doing foils on glass, foils on metal. I've planned out a few things to do because I can't just come on here and just do it like some people can, and I'm amazed how they can, but I'm a bit slower than most. Oh, well, I do care, Amber, because if they put you in jail, then I won't see you. I'm just removing the spots that are on here. And I'm going to leave it to rest for an hour. But as you can see here, this is the one I did around 10:30, and this is the one that I just did. The size goes on milky white, and when it's dry, it should look something like this. So, next step. I was thinking of doing two choices. I brought over two leopard prints, one in blue and one in pink. And with the blue one, I want to put a solid blue. And with the pink one, I want to put a solid pink, although I think that this solid pink is not really the pink I want. So I can always just go next door to my husband's office, because that's where I store them, and put them there. So let's start with the blue. Actually, no, let's start with the pink leopard. It's Valentine's Day. And I'm going to do the base all black. I mean all with animal print. Let me just also put away my adhesive before I spill it. Yes, the size should be sticky. When I was doing this on walls, I remember some of our teachers used to say you have to do the knuckle test. And the knuckle test is, I don't want to dirty my pot, but you put your knuckle on here, and if you can hear a sound like a tick, that means it's done. I love the animal print foils. Hello, Amanda, how are you? I'm so glad you can join us. Okay, so I'm going to put this on and wrap it around as best as I can, because I want complete coverage. And again, remember my tip from yesterday. If it's not transferring 100%, use the hairdryer. In the summer, I used to just do this, if you remember, and it would transfer. And even though the temperature in my studio is 75, for some reason, the foils know it's cold. Look at what we've transferred so far. And you can see how well. Can you see? No, I need a black background. Okay. Can you see now how well? There's no metallization left on the plastic. So let's continue. I'm not going to move it, even though I might have some lines, because I have wrinkles here. Hi, Angela. How are you, my friend? Thank you for joining me. I'm doing foil today. Isn't this foil amazing? Yes, you can use it for textiles. I'm going to be doing lives on textiles and foils as soon as I finish the list I've made for this. Betty is on, Angela. So you can see again how well it's transferring. Look at this. Almost no spots left. Now, when you come to where the two meet, don't use a straight line. Don't put your container in the middle of your project, because you do not want to end up with straight lines. There's nothing uglier than having a seam. Oh, you tagged her. Thank you so much, Betty. Really appreciate that. Betty has become a genius for me. Okay, there's some areas that I might have missed, so I'm going to go back and just make sure I have everything on, and then we'll just have to do the top. And if I miss anywhere, it's okay. Look at this. Almost seamless, except I can see some wrinkle spots, which if they bother you a lot, you can just go, and this is, look, you can see the wrinkle spot. Here, right here. If they bother you, you can go back. You don't have to match it exactly. I'm going to try and see if I can get rid of it, but usually no one is going to look at these. Yes, exactly. I use the foil adhesive from Artsville, APS. It's a special size. When I was doing walls, we used to use this other product where you had to put 2 coats on. Now all I've got left is this. So I'm just going to pick a point. Actually, I'm just going to cut a bit. And just apply it over it. There is a little divot hole, but that's okay. And let's see. Look at that. There's a little bit here that I'd like to add. And what you do is you pull it up slowly and see the areas that you haven't covered, especially if you have a pattern. And I'm very happy with that. Now you need to remember, this needs to be sealed. Whether you're using it indoors or outdoors, if you're putting a plant in, you need to seal it with a good outdoor sealer. Even if you're using it to put your paintbrushes or, you know, whatever inside, you still need to seal it, because it will keep attracting. It will still remain tacky. Let me see if I can ship it. Let me see, Angela. PM me your address, and I will try and do that. And actually, I have a 10 ounce. I won't send you a big one, but I will send you a smaller, a 10 ounce one, the same size as this. But this will last for months. Oh, look, I found a little bit here that's not done, so I'm just going to use my finger and my nail and do it. And I've covered it. You just go over and check where you need more coverage. And you know what? No one is going to pick your pot up and look underneath. Yes, it was hard. But you know what? And that was the kind of stuff I enjoyed. So to me, the peacefulness of working on a wall was not a big deal for me. Okay, so I'm going to put this away. And I'm going to bring this one. Now this one I'm going to do with the blue, plain blue, because I'm going to use the leopard blue for underneath, and that's not ready. And the reason I didn't do everything was because I wanted to keep my colors separate. And it's hard to do unless you you do it separately. So let me cut a piece of this. And then when I'm done with the inside, I've done the inside as well. Don't know how well that's going to work because my brush may not go in, but we shall try. When you love something, then it's never hard, trust me. I watched a video that a friend of mine in Scotland was doing on walls, and it really made me feel, I wish I had, I really, you know, felt like I missed my, my days. Where are my scissors? I just had them. What did I do with my scissors? I just cut this. Oh, and I'm dropping things all over the place, but that's okay. Okay, so I'm going to cut a piece of this. This is Celestial Blue. And what I'm going to do, first of all, is I'm going to do the outside. And then I'm going to cut strips to do the inside. So let me place this like this. Oops. And my fingers are sticking to the... Okay, see, remember when I told you don't put these together like that? Do them at an angle. So it's not a defined line, like this. All right, let's try this. I keep sticking my finger inside the pot and I shouldn't, so I'm going to turn it around. See? It wasn't as good of a release as the animal print, but can you see it? There's still some black showing through. I'm going to apply a little bit of heat. Oh, don't worry. Thanks, Betty. Thank you so much. I'm going to try and do this with my finger or with a piece of paper towel. And let's see. Okay, this is much better. You can see the coverage better now. Have a great day, Betty. Thank you. Yep, some of the, when I put the heat on, this did help. And look at this. It's taking, you know, I'm trying to be careful with it. And some places did not get, I think where they join, I didn't get a good release, so I'm just going to go over it. I keep sticking my fingers inside. Oh, thank you, Amber. I'm going to do the top of the rim as well. And then start working on the inside. Please be patient with me because I'm a bit nervous about doing this, seeing it's such a tight spot. Did I do the wrong color? No, I didn't. Can anyone hear my husband in the background? Hi, Kathy. How are you? Okay. Now I'm going to cut. So far that's what we've covered. I could go back and do another attempt at coloring, at painting this. I mean at putting adhesive. But I'm not going to because I do. Okay, good. No, because I was going to shut the door. I could hear him. Hi, Carrie. Thanks for joining us. Okay. So check this out. Let's see if we can make this work. I need to see if I have a brush that's got bristles. Just 1 second, let me see what we can use. I should have planned this better, but I didn't. Let's try this brush. It's not very stiff, but let's see how that works. Oh, really? Do you leave them to dry for an hour? See, that's released. And actually, a piece of foil was left behind. And the reason I can tell, or maybe not, because that tore. Do you see the tear right here? Let me see if it's... if it's stuck in there, I'm not going to worry about it. I am going to heat the foil up on the adhesive and then see. Because I'm struggling to get everything in. It does carry. It's totally different. It's a learning curve. You can apply it to furniture. You can apply it to, like we're seeing right now, to terracotta. Tomorrow I'm either going to do glass or metal. Did I cut another piece out? No. Okay, let's try this. I'm just challenging myself to do this, the inside. If it was a bigger pot, it would have been easier. And I'm doing a lousy job doing this. Oh, Amber, thank you so much for sharing with Carrie. Carrie, we do live. Well, I do live. I used to do it once a week, but now I'm doing it every day. And I'll be here every day at 12 noon unless... oh, thank you. Unless there's an emergency. Kathy, it does. Have you seen the new Razzle Dazzle? That looks so much like Mardi Gras. It really does. I love that color. It does make a lot of noise when you are doing this, but turn down your volume. I know some people have delicate ears and don't like it. So if it does bother you, please. Oh, well, I'm glad you like it, Carrie. I am more of a perfectionist. I should have brought a toothbrush. You can use a toothbrush as well. Let me see if this is going to work, but I don't want the paper towel to get stuck. Yeah, but you know what, Amber? I have to say that because I was doing this in a private group as a guest host, and some people complained, and I hadn't realized it until then. So now I do. Because some people have delicate ears. I'm still trying to fill in. And my finger's working fine. I just wish they were long enough to do this. And you can see the metallization is coming off. It might be hard for you guys to see what I'm doing, so I apologize. But it's really tedious. Oh, this did not release well. Let me heat it up again. And also, you know, there are some foils that release better than others. I'll be showing you some foils that almost fall off the roll before you even put size on. Thank you, Laura. Your package went off this morning. Kathy, when you heat it up, are you heating up the foil on the size, or are you heating up the foil separately? Because I've noticed if I heat this up and then try and apply it, it doesn't work as well as when I do it, when I put it on and then I put heat on both. know, Maddie, I know. I am such a perfectionist. It's a pain in the neck. I don't know why, but that's the way I am. I need to loosen up a bit. Maddie knows me very well. Okay, this is as far as I'm going to go with this. Can you see? The bottom I have not done. I'm going to do the bottom with a toothbrush because I cannot reach in there. So that's a huge challenge to be doing. I should have never done this, but you know what? Now you know. Now you know. Never do what I'm doing, especially not on a live. If it's narrow, leave it alone. Or just do the inside, the top half. All right, so let's repaint. Well, let's paint the bottom of this and this. And let me see, that one is still not tacky. Sorry, my husband brought this at the start and I forgot to drink it. Okay, where is my... Maddie, you know me too well. You know what? On lives, I never have perfect results. Why? Probably because real life isn't perfect. Oh, yeah, I know. Oops. Oh, you've done a pour as well, Maddie? It is cold coffee by now. Now, when you're applying this, just make sure you don't leak onto what you've already done. If you seal it, then it's not a problem because you can always wipe it off. But I did not seal it. Sorry, I'm just concentrating. That's why I'm quiet. I'm just trying to get the bits that I didn't get first time around. And you know what? I'm just going to do the top. And I'll just seal it is cold now, Amber. Okay, and this one. Again, just the same way as we did the first one. And Maddie, but decoupaging the inside is not that easy either. I mean, it's easier than foiling, yes, but it's not that easy. Okay, I'm just going over it to make sure I didn't miss out. Let me check if this one is good. It's still a bit wet. I'm just going to do a quick coat, and then when it's dry, I'll do another coat. This one is almost dry. Let me do another quick coat. Let me just this can be added to furniture. And I am going to be doing some foils on, maybe not furniture, but on wood, because I don't have the space to do a live with furniture. In the summer, I'll be able to work in the garage, or if not in the garage, outside. Yeah, I'm on every day at 12, except for Friday at 3. I'm keeping my Fridays the same. But we have some amazing wood type finishes. Oh, that's okay, Gwendolyn. There's always replay, my friend. Never worry. Okay, I'm gonna put this stuff just drives me nuts. Let me get my plate again. And my brush, and we're going to foil these, and then tomorrow, before I start either the glass or the metal, I'm not sure which one I'm doing, we'll foil the rest of these. They will be ready. I am going to keep them in a safe place where I don't have to where I don't have a lot of dust. So again, we're just going to add, oops, I keep splashing my foils. And this one we will do tomorrow with the blue leopard. And the other one we will do with the correct pink. Just making sure I go around the edges. And if one interferes with the other, or you foil a little bit of blue leopard on the solid part. I don't know how people can do this, talk and craft. And they do it so well. Their words just come out. Mine don't. Okay, this one will be tacky by tomorrow. And, oh, why am I double dipping in here? This will have the correct pink foil here. Just want to at least an hour, and it'll stay tacky as long as you haven't foiled it. It could stay tacky for weeks, so you need to be careful so you don't put it in an area where there's dust. This foil will remain tacky until you seal it. You can glaze it with a color to give it extra depth. I think I have a hairbrush right here. Okay, it's gone. So, I'm just going to apply the foil here. And actually, after we do this tomorrow, I'm thinking of doing some travertine tiles with that you can make into coasters. Before I do glass, what do you think? I just have to find my travertine tiles. Maybe that's what we'll do, because those don't need paint. They just need foil adhesive. So it'll be a totally different project. So providing I find my travertine tiles. Yeah, I'm not going to glaze these because I like the color as is. Oh, Laura, I'm always willing to help anyone because I don't think these should be secrets. I didn't invent them. I'm not the first one that created these. I've learned from others. Here. So tomorrow we'll just work on this, and this will be ready. And I'll look for my travertine tiles, and we'll do something different, you know, like coasters. And as I was saying, Laura, I didn't invent this. I didn't create this. Yes, I learned from others. I paid to learn from others, but I don't think that in today's world it's necessary to do that. I think giving advice, helping, and my clients all know that they can PM me, you know, what do you think of this? And I give my opinion. I'm not always right. I'm not saying I know everything. I don't. But I'm learning just like you. I learned today, never ever foil the inside because it comes out a mess. Yesterday I learned that doing this with just pouncing is not as effective as doing it with a brush. So I'm learning with you, and I'm very happy to be doing that. So I really appreciate you all joining me today for my live. I'll see you tomorrow at 12 Eastern Daylight Savings, or is it standard? I don't know. I'm on the East Coast. So have a great day. Enjoy the rest of the day. And Angela, if you're still watching, PM me. I just got an idea for you. Take care, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.